In this video, I want to demonstrate our new feature added to our third-party element. So now our third-party element has the ability to be dynamic, meaning whatever data is entered or captured on the form above can be passed into your third-party element. So in this example, I'm actually going to show how to call a phone number using the third-party element here. So the users are going to enter their phone number in here, in this phone field, and then we're actually going to add a third-party element below. And I'm going to call this call the above number. And when you tap on this, it's actually going to call that phone number. So you may be asking, how do we set this up? As you scroll down here under element properties, you're going to see a spot for URL scheme. So typically you're used to putting in your URL scheme here and then the phone number afterwards. But for the dynamic URL scheme, we're actually going to use the dynamic value. So how we're going to do that is we're going to remove this and we're actually going to type in dynamic URL. There is another variation of this if you are returning data to the dynamic URL, which I'll show here later on. So once we do that, then we're going to go in our dynamic value and enter any dynamic value statement as we had before. So we're going to create that URL string, which is tell : / plus this data column name, which is call this number. So I'm going to put that in here, and at which point I can go ahead and save the form. So it'll concatenate whatever's typed in here after the word tel : //. So once I save this, I'll sync up my device. And let's open up our form here. And I'm going to type in the number I'd like to call. So we'll just put in a number here. And then we're actually going to see it passed it to the field below. And you can tell by looking in this field here. So the moment I press this, it's actually going to ask me to call this number, and I can begin calling that number. So you can do this similarly with Apple Maps, with Google Maps. There's a number of things documented online that you'll be able to find there. So again, that's how you set up a third-party element and you make it dynamic using the dynamic URL. Now if you want to have a callback, you actually going to enter _with callback. So this will be for folks who have developed their own third-party application who may call back and send data back into this field as it's done. So for example, you'd call another application, you'd capture some information there, and then the text from that application that was captured would be shown in here, such as a serial number if you're doing RFID readings, or if you built your own video element, it would be maybe a video URL or something along those lines. So again, that'll support callback. So that's how you set up dynamic URL with a callback as well. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks for watching.